Hello and welcome to the Ingles table. I'm Mary from Hickory Gap, and today I'm going to show you how to make my Mediterranean beef kofta skewers. I've got everything I need from my local Ingles, so let's get started. We're going to start by making an herb mixture in the food processor, and it's going to be mostly parsley, but it's also going to have some garlic, onion, and lemon. And so we'll start with the parsley. We're going to take about a half a cup. We're just going to eyeball it and lay it right into the food processor. Then we're gonna grab a little bit of mint, a little less, maybe a quarter of a cup, lay that in as well, and a little cilantro. This is all gonna be incorporated into the beef mixture along with some spices, and we'll mix it up. It's gonna give it great depth of flavor. So I'm gonna put in 2 garlic cloves to this. It's great because it's hands off. You don't really have to worry about a ton of chopping. We'll just get those right in there and blend them up. One more. Okay. About a quarter of a small onion, dip right in. A little bit of lemon juice. I'm going to catch the seeds with my hands as I squeeze. And our spices. So in here we've got cumin, we've got coriander, and just a dash of cinnamon. That cinnamon's an interesting flavor incorporated with beef sometimes. It's really common in Mediterranean and Persian cuisine, and gives it a nice, interesting note, but it pairs really well with that herby yogurt sauce that we're gonna make to go along with this. So now I'm just gonna pulse this all together until it's chopped nicely, and then we'll get it incorporated into the beef. All right. So if you can see, it's nice little less than bite-sized pieces, and they'll mix really well in. Scoop that right into the bowl here. We're going to use this same container for the food processor to make the yogurt sauce. So you can just scrape it clean, and then we'll get some new herbs in it and some yogurt in just a minute. No need to wash. Let it right back on. Put the blade back in. Hold on to it for just a minute. So in terms of choosing what kind of ground beef you can use in these skewers, you can either use 90-10 or 80-20. Both are carried at Ingles, and I'm gonna use 80-20 in this. I like my skewers a little juicier, and so we'll get that open, blend it in. We're going to use the whole pound, and it's going to give us about 4 skewers. All right, so the last 2 pieces before I use my hands to mix, I'm going to add a good amount of salt and a little bit of black pepper, fresh cracked. Now just again. So when it's all mixed up, you're going to want to put it into about 4 balls that you'll line onto these skewers, and then we're going to shape them into sort of flat, elongated patties. You could grill them, or you could cook them in a cast iron skillet with a nice heavy bottom. What you're looking for is a good sear on these patties, and that sear is going to help them hold together and also give them great depth of flavor. So whatever you're cooking on, just make sure it's hot, just like you'd grill a burger patty. Okay, so the meat mixture looks like this. It's very green and herby, really nice. We're going to mold that into 4 separate little balls, each about a quarter of a pound, and those will be our skewers. When you're lining these onto the skewers, you want to make sure that it's compacted pretty nicely. and that's gonna help this stay together and give you a nice generous size skewer. And it's a really great idea too, if you're having friends over for a backyard cookout, you can make these and keep them in the fridge, and that's gonna help them stay together while you're grilling too. So you can see that shape, that's what you're looking for. We'll get the other 3 done too. Okay, so next up for our Mediterranean beef kofta skewers, we're gonna make a really beautiful Greek yogurt sauce that we sort of layer onto the bottom of the pan like a pillow on the serving dish. So we're gonna start with about 1/3 of a container of Laura Lynn whole milk plain Greek yogurt. We'll scoop that right into the food processor here. And the sauce is really good, so don't go light on it. Make all of it. It's delicious. Okay, great. Now we're gonna take about that same mixture of herbs. So parsley, cilantro, and mint. Heavy on the parsley, a little lighter on the other 2. You can eyeball it, but I'm using about a 1/2 cup of parsley and about a 1/4 cup of mint and cilantro. Okay, from there, we're gonna do a drizzle of olive oil, some salt, and a little bit of honey just to sweeten it up. So a little olive oil, some lemon juice, from about a 1/2 a lemon. This one's very juicy. And a drizzle of honey. I'm gonna use about a tablespoon. And last but not least, 3 cloves of garlic. Let's get that mixed up. All right, so what I'm looking for here is just for this yogurt to turn a little bit of green from mixing in the herbs, and then the sound of the garlic chopping kind of lessening so that you know that that's well incorporated. I'm gonna take off the lid, add a nice portion of salt, and then the last thing here, the magic trick, about a 1/2 block of feta. That's gonna give this a lot of depth of flavor, really some tang. Okay, all set. Let's take a look. So, okay, taking a look, I see nice bits of green, some little chunks of feta, and it looks creamy and delicious. So we're gonna let that sit for a minute while we take our beef skewers and either throw them into a nice hot cast iron skillet or onto the grill. We're gonna do about 7 minutes on each side. These are a little bit wider. You could make them smaller if you'd like, but this will be perfect. So we're gonna throw these skewers on the skillet, and when we come back, I'll show you how to plate it up. So let's finish up our beef Mediterranean kofta skewers. We're gonna start by taking our yogurt sauce and making a nice pillow of it on a nice big platter. So we'll just layer it right on to the platter. We're gonna build our salad on top of this and then finish with the skewers and a little bit of warm naan. So I'm just gonna spread that nicely. Great. We're gonna build our salad right on top of this. And so I have 1 whole cucumber cut into these little quarters, one of the English cucumbers, so it's a little longer. Just spread that on. And then I have some red onion and Campari tomatoes. They're nice and bite-sized, but I've quartered them here. See that yogurt sauce sort of spreads as we layer on the salad. And last, the onion. Cut these into half moons. It's about a half an onion. Really nice. And to finish our salad, we're gonna drizzle a little olive oil, add a little salt and pepper. Just to dress the veggies. Something that I found is that Ingles olive oil is delicious. It's really good quality and I enjoy using it, and it works great for a finishing oil. And a little bit of salt. And lastly, a crack of pepper. Next, we're gonna layer on our kafta. So we'll grab each skewer and kind of to the side, make a nice little section where people can just grab one, serve themselves some salad, and enjoy a full meal on just one plate. And then lastly, if you're grilling, throw some pita or naan on the grill right before your kafta is finished. And you can add a little bit to make sure you don't leave any of that yogurt sauce behind. Thank you for trying my Mediterranean beef kafta skewers. Be sure to check out the rest of the amazing recipes that can be found right here on the website. I'll see you next time.